over the shoulder over the head. But if you get my face in it, I'm not gonna.
Okay, you're good. Go
All right,
for it.
cool. So this is Marvel Heroes, and I'm here with
David Brevik.
and
Leo Leve.
all right, awesome. When will this game come out?
We don't have a release date yet. We just started closed beta on October 1st. People can go to the Marvel Heroes website, marvelheroes.com, and sign up for the beta if they want to.
All right, awesome. And how many characters will be available from the start if one would be going into this game as a beginner?
So we've announced that there will be 23 playable heroes so far, and we're announcing more and coming up until we launch. And then even after we launch, we're going to be adding characters in the game continually because it's an MMO that gets updated all the time. So there'll be a lot to choose from.
Right. And is there any player versus player modes that have been discussed yet?
No, we haven't discussed what our PvP plans are. A lot of these zones that we've been showing off are PvE cooperative things to do together as a team. So you can see other people, Iron Man's running around, somebody else running through the zone fighting together.
And if more people come into your playthrough, will the gameplay performance dip if it's like let's say a flash mob?
No, we're trying not to make it dip. It's definitely an MMO technically underneath, and we're using the Unreal Engine, which handles a lot of these things very well, and so having lots of characters on the screen and stuff. So we're fairly confident they'll play well almost in any circumstances.
And like you said before, you're using the Unreal Engine. Why use the Unreal Engine as opposed to building your own engine, something that you're comfortable with, and building this game off of that?
So there's a variety of reasons, but I've built my own engines before, and it takes a lot of time and effort and a lot of engineering work to build an engine. And I wanted to get to building a game rather than building an engine. And so those are a few of the reasons. And we chose Unreal because it's widely used in the industry. Lots of people have experience with it. And so when we hiring people to work on the project, they have something that is a known engine we can get to make the game play faster.
Awesome. And how big are some of these levels to fit 60 players max?
They're big. Some of them, it takes a little while to traverse all the way through the level. This is just a little prototype, small area. We've got, I think, 12 or 13 computers hooked up here playing together. So it just kind of gives you a sample of the gameplay, but it's not full experience.
Will there be, in terms of mission variety, what is your team developing to make this game not repetitive in the sense of combat?
So there's a lot of things that we're doing. The quests in it are very different than most MMOs. Most MMOs are, you go and you get 6 quests and they're kill 7 wolves and pick 4 apples and all those kind of things that you do over and over again ad nauseum. Here it's much more like Diablo 2 where you play through a story. The story is being written by Brian Michael Bendis. It's about Dr. Doom having the Cosmic Cube, and you kind of like play through the story arc and have quests along the way as you discover what it is to do in the game.
With controls, yes, it's in a sense point and click to move, but if I want to use the option of WASD as directional movement, do I have that option with this title?
We've tailored the controls to be very easy for people to use and made the mouse a very important feature of what we're doing. And so that has not been an option. We've discussed it many times, but we've decided to go strictly with what we have here.
And how is the loot system in this game?
I hope it's good. But it's got random items which have random affixes, which is very similar to other games that made Diablo 2. And so the affixes will do things like increase your stats, increase your ranks of your powers and things like that. And they won't affect your look, they'll just affect your stats and powers for the most part. There is one slot, that costume slot, that will affect your overall look, and you can, there's a bit of a crafting game to create costumes.
Will there be any type of auction house?
No, not a real money auction house.
Yeah, not a real money auction house. I can only imagine the security that you would have to do with that. It would be very overwhelming. And you mentioned free to play.
Correct.
What made the developers as a whole come to the decision of free to play? Because ultimately, yes, everyone loves a free to play, but in the sense of an MMO, how did you succeed in making this into a free to play title?
So that's been something I've wanted to do for a very long time. This game has been designed from the ground up to be a free-to-play game, and it was for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, the game is very, very different. It's a different type of MMO, and so we thought that the business model should also be something that's very different. And I've always had the great dream of being able to actually give my product away for free and just entertain people and let them have fun with the games that I make. And there's an opportunity for that to come true. You'll be able to play through the entire experience without paying us any money, and I'm very excited about that.
Most likely, I would, whenever I get a chance to play this game after New York Comic Con, I want to play with my closest friends. How is the party system in Marvel Heroes?
So there's a variety of things that we'll be able to do, like friends lists, things like that. And then when you create a party, we actually teleport you guys all together. There will be a teleport to your friends and things like that that allow you to get together in a group very, very quickly. We want people grouping up with their friends and playing through and doing it quickly. And that's something that I think really MMOs in general, that's what makes it feel like an MMO. Playing with my friends, playing with people that I want to play with, and getting right into the action as soon as possible.
Alright. And I see that, like, you gotta click to acquire my loot. Will there be an option, or later on with me playing the story of the game, where I can just run over, like, currency?
Yes, we have the loot vacuum for sure for currency, and I don't think that we're going to do it for items, but for sure for currency.
Alright, and like I said before, there's a random loot generation system. What happens if I acquire the same loot? Will it go into my inventory box as, let's say, 6 pairs of red gloves, it'll only take up 1 box out of that inventory slot, or will it take up 6?
It'll take up 6 slots.
Alright.
Each one will have different random affixes on it, so they are actually the same, so there's no real way to stack them like that.
And I saw beforehand fighting Electro, Storm was down, but not out, and you do have the option of reviving your teammates. Do I have the option of upgrading my healing abilities?
Sort of. There are different levels of med packs and things like that that are in the game. Different things that we aren't showing off all the different variety of packs and stuff just for the demo here, but there are upgrades in almost every aspect of the enemy.
And will there be any cinematics within
Yes. So we have about an hour's worth of motion comics that tell the story, and like I said, the story is being written by Ryan Michael Bendis, and then a variety of Marvel artists are drawing motion comics. We have some of the pictures of the motion comics around the walls here, and then they're being voiced by a bunch of people that have done the voices for Marvel animations and movies and things like that. So it's a very Marvel experience.
And is it, can you say who you got as voice actors?
Yeah, some of the voice actors that we have,
Like Steve Bloom is the one that pops
Steve Bloom
on
is
my.
doing
That's
a lot of
Wolverine.
Wolverine. He's doing ours. There's a
same mob to level 5. That was relatively quickly.
Sure.
What is the level cap?
We don't have a level cap yet. We're leveling is sped up just for demo purposes here, so that people have an opportunity to level up and put some points and some powers. Like Iron Man has a really great power that he can invest in. If you hit P,
Let me finish off this guy. Right?
and put a point in this barrage, that's a really fun skill. So go ahead and confirm that. And then you can click on the icon and drag it down to your bar down the B slot.
Nice. Click and drag. Nice. Or is there an option of having my
Click it in there.
yeah. Oh, you gotta go over there. Do I have an option of just like having my cursor over the power I want and pressing the unclaimed slot?
Yeah. Right.
Alright. And I mentioned level cap before. With your prior work, Diablo 2, level cap will level 100.
And that is definitely a possibility.
Make it happen. I wanna grind. I level grind my friends and stuff. Going back to the party. If I'm in a party, do I get bonus XP or the
Yeah,
enemies
there'll be a
partner?
lot of great bonuses for parties and specific parties, makeups of parties and things like that. All sorts of fun things for parties to do.
It's probably very early for me to say this, but will there be a cinematic where Tony Stark has his Iron Man briefcase and he walks into the briefcase suit?
That would be pretty fun.
Also, Iron Man's partner, War Machine, is James Avery gonna be in this game? Have you ever thought of having War
Of
Machine
course, of
and
course.
Uncle Phil in this game?
Yeah, we have, there's a long list, and everybody has their favorites, and I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not some are in. We've announced, like I said, about 20, low 20s, mid 20s now, a number of different characters. And that is the number one question we get is character X in the game? And we haven't announced War Machine, but it sounds like it would be fun.
It would be an awesome addition. Will there be any, like, in a sense, tag team combos? Like when I was a kid playing X-Men Legends, I was Colossus. My brother